Also, some big accomplishments continue for our West Bloomfield High School athletics alums, including some who came back recently to give back to the next generation. That includes Semaj Morgan, who had one of his annual football camps over the previous weekend, inviting players past and present and some up-and-coming football players across our local area to learn a little bit more about their favorite sport, go through some drills, and get to mix and mingle with some athletes who have had a lot of success on the gridiron. Joining us now is his former coach, Zach Hilbers, the head coach of the West Bloomfield Lakers varsity football team. Coach, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, happy to have you on because this is what Semaj did over the weekend is not unique necessarily to players who have gone on to the next level at this point in time, and especially at West Bloomfield High School. We know that Donovan Edwards has a camp coming up in June as well. Now, what does that say about the community of athletes and alums that have come through the West Bloomfield High School football program, about how committed they continue to be to this community after they've already graduated and moved on to great success at the next level?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun, and it's really cool. Samaj and his parents do such a really good job of staying connected to the community. And it's the second year in a row they've had a really successful youth camp, and we're really glad that they still want to do it at our school. It's just, I mean, it's just great for us as a community, but it's also just great that we know that we have these alumni that want to come back and still invest right where they came from. So like you mentioned, Samaj and Donovan and Tristan Jackson and Brandon Davis Swain both want to do something in July as well. So we're trying to line them up really throughout the summer.
And I'd imagine, too, for your football program presently, if your players are participating in that, especially on the younger side, we know that for Donovan's camp, it goes up to age 14, which is right in that freshman football range. That's got to be an important factor, not only for your football program, but for others in the local area that have kids coming into West Bloomfield to learn from some of the best who have played in recent years.
Yeah, you're right. It's certainly an opportunity that I never had when I was their age. So just like to have those guys that are willing to do it for the kids in our area. It's so great. I mean, I saw a bunch of pictures of kids that are from Samaj's camp, kids that are in our middle school that we know are coming to high school here next year. And just to get them that, I don't know, the familiarity with just being out there, being at the school and just having a positive experience.
And what message does that give from not only your coaching staff, but from the alumni to players currently on your team who are experiencing various levels of success themselves, many of whom may go on and play D1 football like Semaj and Donovan, or me and Brandon Davis Swain and Tristan Jackson, and then those we may see down the road in the NFL like Tristan and like Donovan and so many others. And what does it say to them about how important of a role they play in people's lives?
Well, hopefully they first of all notice and they can see that when they graduate from here doesn't mean that, you know, we're going to wash our hands from them and be done with them, that we still want to stay connected. We still want to stay in touch. And, you know, hopefully that's mutual and two-sided. And those guys will want to come back and just spend time here, whether they're going to run their own football camps or do whatever you can. It's not the only way to stay, you know, invested and connected in the community. It's just for, the guys that we have and the interests that they have, it's a really good, productive way that they're able to do so. So I guess these guys right now, whether it's Samaj and Donovan, I've met Judon's done it in the past. Hopefully it just lays kind of a groundwork and I hope can set up a tradition of guys that'll just keep coming back and investing in the younger kids around here.
Yeah, we see the impact that it has on them. We know that a lot of these kids that have come through have gone to these sorts of football camps before across the Metro Detroit area, and that's inspired them to continue to build their love for the game and their approach to the game on a very professional level that not only helps them at West Bloomfield High School, but whether or not they move on to the collegiate level or the professional level in their respective sports. Zach Hilbers is with us, the head coach of the West Bloomfield Lakers varsity football team today. We also had some really big news in recent weeks from Donovan Edwards as well. One of the most highly anticipated video games in a long time, College Football 25 from EA Sports, and one of our own is on the cover. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I guess my initial thought was like, oh my gosh, like, is this fake? Is this real? Is this the real deal? Then you kind of thought about it and like, yeah, why not? Why shouldn't it be him? You know, the way last season ended with them winning the national championship and him being such a pivotal part, you know, of that process in those games. I don't know, like it almost feels like a surreal moment for me. It's like, I don't know, I can't imagine what it felt like for him and his family, but it makes sense, and it's pretty cool to see. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of people send me that picture the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, what's the conversation been like within the coaching community, within the West Bloomfield football community, seeing Donovan on that cover and being really front and center as one of the headliners of college football coming up this season?
Yeah, it's funny. You kind of laugh about it. You remember back when he was in sixth grade and seventh grade, you just thought like, wow, this kid could be really good. He's like already the size and strength of, the kids on our high school team right now. And then just to see somebody kind of reach their potential and really kind of shoot past it. And we hope he just keeps rising and rising. It's pretty cool because, he grew up running around here and coming here. And it's just, I don't know, it's like those stories you hear of just a little kid that had a dream and, you know, obviously he was very talented, but he worked really, really hard towards it as well. And the combination of those things, I don't know, it just kind of goes to show you can really, reach on incredible things.
And showed how to do it the right way as well. Zach,
Yeah.
any further thoughts before we let you go today?
No, I just appreciate you guys having me on. It's always a good thing because it means, we got good things going on in the community. And I got to give a lot of credit, like I said, to our current players, our former players, our parents and our families that have been so supportive, not only to myself and the school, but just to, everyone around. Because it's really one of the highlights of, being a teacher and being a coach is just seeing these kids that, come back and seeing their successes and sharing their successes with other people.
More information on West Bloomfield Athletics can, of course, be found on westbloomfieldathletics.com or follow the school district on Facebook at West Bloomfield Schools. Zach, thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.